Did you know AI is already making decisions about you? And the assumption is that AI is always ethical. These are the things that keep me up at night. 3 big problems that I want to discuss with you. These aren't hypothetical problems, they're happening today. In today's video, we're diving into the complex world of AI ethics. We'll explore some of the ethical challenges that AI presents, examine how these challenges impact our future, and discuss what steps can be taken to ensure the responsible development of AI. By the end of this video, you'll be able to understand the core ethical challenges of AI, including bias, transparency, job displacement, and long-term considerations. You'll also have a framework to critically analyze the role of AI in the future. We'll break down these complex issues, show you the potential dangers, and also look at some of the potential solutions, drawing from some of the leading thinkers in the field and real-world examples. AI is developing at an unprecedented speed, often faster than we can truly comprehend. This rapid evolution leaves many people feeling unsure of its potential impact, both now and in the future. The question we need to be asking ourselves is this: is AI going to make the world better, or will it lead to unforeseen problems? Can we actually build a future where the benefits of AI outweigh the risks? How we answer these questions today will directly impact the future of humanity and the type of society we create. The stakes are extremely high. So let's start with a fundamental question. What are the ethical implications of a technology that can learn and make decisions? We'll be exploring critical issues like bias, transparency, autonomy, and accountability. Each of these concepts is vital for understanding how AI systems operate, and we'll touch on both the risks and the rewards of AI to make sure we're getting a balanced view. We'll present the facts to you as clearly as possible without jargon or overly complicated language. Understanding these core dilemmas is the first essential step towards addressing them effectively. Now, let's dive deeper into a specific aspect of AI ethics, the issue of bias and fairness. Can AI ever truly be fair? Or will our own biases always be reflected in the technology we create? AI algorithms are not neutral. They learn from the data they are trained on. When that data contains societal biases, the AI system will not only reflect those biases, but also amplify them, which can lead to unfair outcomes. These biases are not always obvious, and they can unintentionally harm marginalized groups. Examples of this can be seen with facial recognition systems, hiring algorithms, and in loan application programs. The challenge lies in defining true fairness and creating AI systems that are truly equitable for everyone. It's essential to acknowledge and actively mitigate these biases to ensure that AI is a force for good and not a tool for injustice. Next, let's explore the important issue of trust and transparency. Can you really trust an AI if you don't understand how it makes its decisions? Many AI systems operate as black boxes, which means that the complex logic behind their decisions is hidden, making it difficult to fully understand their decision-making process. The complexity of these models is such that we can't always know exactly why a specific decision was reached, which can lead to mistrust and uncertainty. As the IBM quote says, 80% of proof of concepts fail due to a lack of trust. This lack of transparency erodes public trust and also allows for potentially harmful, biased results to go unnoticed. We have a video on this topic on how even the scientists don't fully understand how these AIs think. Go check that one out to learn more. Transparency is essential for ensuring accountability and building user confidence. We need to demand systems where we have clear visibility into the process that leads to key decisions, even if the process itself is complicated. So now, let's consider what is the impact of these complex technologies on our autonomy and human choice? What happens when AI has to make life or death decisions? This brings us to the challenging issue of autonomous decision-making, where AI systems make choices with little or no human input. A prime example is the classic trolley problem, a thought experiment that highlights the complexity of ethical decision-making. Imagine a runway trolley heading toward 5 people tied to the tracks. You're standing next to a lever. If you pull it, the trolley will switch to another track where only one person is tied. Do you take action to sacrifice one life to save 5? Or do you do nothing and let the trolley kill the 5 people? This thought experiment can be expanded further. What if the one person is a child and the 5 are elderly? What if the 5 are strangers, but the one is a loved one? These scenarios force us to confront ethical questions about the value of life, impartiality, and moral responsibility. Now, imagine programming an AI such as a self-driving car to make decisions like these. Should the car prioritize the safety of its passengers, pedestrians, or minimize harm overall? If a collision is inevitable, how does it choose between swerving into a group of adults versus a lone child? These are not just philosophical hypotheticals, they represent real-world dilemmas. Autonomous vehicles already encounter split-second decisions where every outcome has ethical consequences. Similarly, military drones must determine whether to strike a target based on probabilities of collateral damage, and AI in healthcare might face choices about how to allocate limited resources, such as ventilators in emergencies. We have reached a critical juncture where it's imperative to establish clear ethical guidelines and implement robust legal frameworks to govern AI decision-making in these sensitive domains. Without thoughtful oversight, we risk embedding biases, perpetuating inequality, or enabling unintended harms. Beyond these immediate ethical dilemmas, we must also consider the broader, larger-scale impacts of AI on society. From economic shifts to the erosion of human agency, the ripple effects of these technologies demand our attention and proactive management. How will AI impact our jobs, our privacy, and our way of life? The automation potential of AI may lead to massive job displacement, requiring us to rethink the very fabric of how we organize society and how wealth is distributed. At the same time, AI's capacity for large-scale surveillance and data analysis has profound implications for personal freedoms, and also the control of information. And additionally, we're facing the growing problem of information proliferation, with AI's ability to create both real and convincingly fake media content. These challenges call for proactive measures to create new opportunities, protect personal freedoms, and also ensure that these technologies are being used in a responsible and ethical manner. So how do we go about addressing such broad and complex problems? Who should be in charge of regulating AI? And is regulation the best approach? There's an ongoing and crucial debate about the best approach to regulation. Should we regulate the technology itself or focus on its application? And how do we balance the need for innovation with the equally important need for rules and guidelines? In addition, we also need to look at the critical role of companies and the concept of corporate social responsibility, especially the idea of red teaming to make sure that companies are being held accountable for the ethical implications of their technology, and also that they are actively working towards a more ethical and responsible outcome. Do you think that governments or corporations should be more responsible for regulating AI? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We need to address this collectively as a society, and we also need to ensure that the right ethical balance is achieved to allow for innovation while simultaneously minimizing harm. Finally, Let's look at some long-term considerations for the future of AI. What are the long-term implications of AI, including artificial general and superintelligence? The future of AI includes the potential for artificial general intelligence and perhaps eventually artificial superintelligence. This brings with it the risk of losing control of these systems, to the point where they become truly autonomous and maybe even replicate themselves. The potential ethical challenges go way beyond what we're currently facing. We need to start thinking through the potential existential risks, the very nature of consciousness, and also the possibility that these systems could reshape human experience beyond what we currently understand. And these are not just abstract science fiction scenarios. There are serious issues that need to be considered right now as we develop more advanced AI technology. As AI continues to develop, we need to ensure that it is aligned with the full spectrum of human values and that it serves humanity and not the other way around. So, how do we actually move forward and get closer to that goal? We've covered a lot of ground today, but here are some of the key takeaways. Ethics is at the heart of AI development, and there is a lot of considerations that extend beyond the simple creating of the technology. There also needs to be transparency, accountability, and above all, focus on human values, not just technological progress. By focusing on these key ideas, we can ensure that AI becomes a benefit and not a danger to our society. So how can you get more information and contribute to this discussion? By exploring bias, transparency, job displacement, long-term risks, regulation, and corporate responsibility, we have now built a more complete picture of the complexities of ethical AI development. It is essential that we all maintain a critical awareness of the challenges ahead to ensure that AI develops in a positive direction. The path ahead will require collaboration from governments, industry leaders, scientists, and of course, the general public. There is no single solution that will solve all the potential issues, but we can implement better regulations, create effective ethical frameworks, use red teaming methodologies, and prioritize education, responsibility, and most importantly, human agency. By working together, we can create a future powered by AI that enhances human potential and benefits all of humanity, not just a select few. Want to unlock the power of AI? Our free newsletter gives you the tips, trends, AI news, and tools you need to succeed. Sign up with the link in the description below. Your journey doesn't stop here. Watch our next video, right here, and keep building your knowledge.